Welcome to Kyle Field, home to the Texas A&M Aggies, a unique and special environment in college football. This crowd coming together to make up the 12th man, trying to make it very difficult for any opponent. And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. And the Aggies will kick this deep to start us off. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Oh, and he's got some space here. Gets some blocks. Still going. It's a foot race. All the way for a touchdown.
I mean, Chris, we're just getting our headsets on here, and we've already got a touchdown in this game. Great blocking up front, but really just the instincts and the speed by the return man to take that all the way back for a touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open scoring. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Big guys up front, lined up. It's first down. Takes the handoff. It's Owens. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense, because the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Looking to throw. It's Reed. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw. Rivalry born in 1894, Kirk, but all the twists and turns, the different conferences since then, so much has changed, but Aggies and the Longhorns always seem to deliver.
Well, it's just so much fun to be able to see these teams playing and hopefully playing every year for many, many years to come, because it's one of the great rivalries in the sport.
Looks to the left for a quick throw. Incomplete for a 3rd straight play.
Gosh, I just love to watch this defense fly around. Great job here on 3rd down. Look at it. You're on the road. Things are going against you early in the game, and you block all of that out, and you're running around with confidence making plays.
He's got some daylight turning on the speed, and the returner will be brought down. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Ball handed off. He shreds the tackle. But the last time out, Texas made just enough plays, and that was a painful loss. Aggie fans have not forgotten.
It was a game that really got away from them late. They played well enough to win that football game, but you got to give Texas the credit for pulling it out. We'll see if that can continue today for the Longhorns.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Stop at the 43. This offense picks up another first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Makes a quick grab. Gets some space around the 30. And he steps out of bounds close to the goal line. Couldn't quite punch it in there.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly.
He fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. He's got some room and some blockers here. And it's a touchdown, but hold on here. We have a flag down. Let's check what that's about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. To throw, it's Reed. Running out of time in the pocket. Receiver makes the grab. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength and a good job of throwing with accuracy as he's taking that hit.
And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run. But Kirk, how sweet is it to have the Aggies and Longhorns back together? Realignment has cost us a lot of traditions in the sport, but this one, it's brought back together.
Yeah, thank goodness you have a chance to see these teams on the field together. We've missed the rivalry. It's so much fun and one of the great historical rivalries in this sport.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Try and muscle for the first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I don't know if there's much more he could have done on that play. Sometimes it's not necessarily a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. It's the defense just does a nice job at the line of scrimmage, and they make a play.
The Aggies will line up to punt it away. Looking to kick it away for the second time. This is a low liner. This won't go a long way. And the punt coverage team able to touch it, so no return on the play.
Well, I thought the return team did a really good job of giving him some room to work with, but I feel like the returner was so focused on making a big play downfield that he forgot to take care of the football, and it cost him.
First play of the drive, they look to the right. The defense drops him for a loss. They went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
I'll tell you what, man, this defensive speed is electric. Great job of running to the football. Nowhere to go at all after that throw.
Dropping back. It's yours. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Looking to throw it on third and very long. He's escaping the pocket now. Sacked, dropped at the 3. The Longhorns will send their punt team onto the field. And the ball is away from inside the 10. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Aggies offense back on the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And now they'll run it on the draw. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, you almost feel bad for the running back here. There's just nowhere to go. He ends up trying to bounce it to get to the outside on the draw, but the defense covered up all the gaps and made that impossible. It's another nice job by this defense.
To the air, it's Reed. The pocket breaking down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Crucial third down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Hit as he released it. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. They tackle him after a short return, but they get the football back and set up shop near midfield.
I love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender and he throws the interception.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Bond. Brought down, but not before shaking off the first defender and picking up the first down.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice game.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Finds room at the 30. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
They wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down mark.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Here's the option play. Pitch play to the back. Got space, looking to score. You know, make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns. And they get set now to try the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moss. Football is coughed up by the returner deep inside their own 20. Oh, it's grabbed by the kicking team. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? He's running out of time here.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
Here's the point after attempt. Tech on the PHC again, and it's 28-0. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
28, Texas A&M, 0.
Bringing it out, it's Smith. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Touchdown, Longhorns. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And the interception taken to the house, a big six, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick six. Let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Now they get set to kick it away.
0.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Moss. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So they'll start this drive here with less than a minute remaining on the first half clock. He'll hand it off. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
He hands it to the back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
They finally make the stop after a big play, but time runs out on the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick this away to start the second half. Bringing it out, it's Smith. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to pull it down and run.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Reed. The pass rush closing in. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Using his legs here. Gets some space around the 30. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down. And the Aggies come to the line in the hurry up.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Caught on the outside. It's Owens. The offense going with the hurry up. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Finds an open target on the left side. Powers through. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. This Texas A&M offense is moving quickly down the field.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Offense in hurry-up mode. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. There's contact on the throw. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now third down coming up.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Scanning the field. It's Reed. Receiver makes the catch. The tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Tackle made with the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Makes a quick catch. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run here. Lets it go. And he throws his third interception of the day. Look out, he's got some space. And they finally bring him down. Great defensive play, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see if the takeaway stands. The Aggie is trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Great job by the defense so far. It's third and goal from a long way out.
Here we go. Set.
They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And he's got it. Touchdown, A&M.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Handles the tricky footing. The PAT is good. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. The Longhorns offense takes the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. And the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So this defense finally makes a play. That's one of the few negative plays for this offense today.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. They don't have the easiest road to climb back in this one, but little plays like that can be points of positivity of what coaches will likely focus on as they move forward.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Baxter. Defense makes the stop after the completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards. And
he'll drop back here on third down. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
They'll kick it away here. Oh, it landed at the 8-yard line, but a lucky bounce into the end zone for a touchback. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. Looking for some space. It's Moss. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
The pass is incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, and here comes a late flag. This should be the last play of the quarter.
Blue 22! Blue 22!
And they'll run it on the jet sweep. Defense stops him short of the 1st down marker, and that'll do it for the 3rd quarter of play.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Texas 35, Texas A&M 7.
Here we go.
Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter.
Here we go.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Looks like Texas A&M will have the 1st down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Looking to pass this time. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
How about this defense today against this run game? Here we are in the 4th quarter. This guy's not gotten over 10 yards rushing. What a great effort collectively by this defense.
The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And he's swarmed by the pass rush. A sack to end this drive.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open, and result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
2nd down play coming up.
Get set, get set.
They'll use that running game, trying to bleed the clock here.
Chris, you know, the spread error over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right here.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Bringing pressure. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked.
Interesting call here, Chris, to throw the ball on 3rd and short, unable to come up with a first down. Now here at 4th down, you got a big decision to make. Do you kick the field goal just to add to the lead, or maybe go for this here with a chance to drop the hammer?
And that is no good. That's just a minor blip in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. They need a couple miracles here in the final 2 minutes to rescue what's been a very, very rough outing so far. Looking to scramble. Fires it on the move. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
The offense starts with excellent field position.
Here we go.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Looking for a gap. It's Baxter. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Give it to the back again. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. They don't want to waste this good field position, but it's 3rd down and long. Looking to throw. It's yours. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Touchdown, Texas. And the route is on. They're setting out to try the PAT.
Number 11, Hall in the end zone.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
Texas 42, Texas A&M.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Moss. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. This one has been a beatdown for the ages, a demolition, an evisceration. Finds a man to the left, big catch downfield. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down. They'll horn to the line here with the clock running. First down, looking to throw the ball. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
There might not be a sweeter